What's up, you guys? 2Bricks here, and I just had a really quick little modification video for you guys. If you didn't see, I put a full review up of the brand new Lego Delorean Time Machine set from Back to the Future, and I absolutely love the set. Spoiler alert if you didn't see the review. There were just a few minor gripes that I had with the design that I thought, I would just show you guys what I intend to do to fix those things. They're really small little issues. And I just came up with a couple of simple solutions to those things, and I'm going to show you those today. So first of all, I was really bugged by the fact that there was not really an easy way to get the out-of-time license plate out if you want to replace it with your future version. So what I did was I just I swapped out one piece. So what you still have to do is remove these side pods here, and you can just kind of let those dangle off to the side. They're really easy. They just click into these three studs here, just plug into the back of that. So that's really simple. And then I just substituted one of the plates that was in here previously. So I used one of these profile plates right here that have the little kind of rail extension off to the side. It's really non-intrusive, and when it's actually hidden behind these things, you don't even see it. But it just gives you something to grab onto to pull out this assembly, because this is held on with two ball joints, and it has a pretty good amount of friction to it. So it's really basically impossible to pull that out otherwise. And then, of course, once it's out, you can just pop your brick separator in the back here and get the window pane out and replace it with your different license plate. So that's cool. And then all I had to do for that is obviously just substitute the one regular 1x2 black plate and put in that new piece there. So that's that one, and then I pop that back in there, and that just snaps in very nice, very satisfyingly. And then you just place the engine pod thingies back in place. So that's pretty cool. The next thing that I did was I took that 1x2 plate that I salvaged, and I added it over to the underside of this stand, and I basically just moved this I'll just show you this long support piece here. I moved it over one stud, and then I filled in that stud using that black 1x2 plate. And the reason that I did that is so that Doc and Marty have a slightly more comfortable amount of space to stand, where they can both have their hands down and they can stand side by side, whereas before they only had one stud of space in between. So you'd have to like position one of their arms up, one of their arms down, and it just made it slightly annoying and awkward. It was just a teeny little thing that bugged me slightly. So that piece, since I had it, I just went ahead and used it on here, and I thought that was really nice. So that's that. And then the next thing that actually bothered me a little bit was just, and I mentioned it in the video, the proportion of this window. It feels too squashed. It feels like the window should extend further down this way here. And it was actually really easy to fix that. All I had to do was you basically pop open the door and you just push on this assembly up here, and you pop it all the way out. And what you're left with is this whole chunk here, which was filling in that gap and was, had the cheese wedges and the plate on the back. So you have that piece, and I think one of the reasons that it was constructed this way is to minimize the amount that you can see these Technic pinholes here that are part of this piece that kind of has to be in here for this design to work. So I think they wanted to just raise up the shoulder of the vehicle a little bit to kind of just match, kind of cut off that line a little bit. There. At least that's my theory. But I actually think that proportionally it looks a heck of a lot better this way. It just looks more 80s, it looks more boxy, and there's something that's just satisfying about the shoulder of the vehicle lining up here with the bottom part of the frame. And I don't know, to me it just feels a lot better. This even may be a little bit inaccurate in its own way, because it may be a little too tall now, but I think that personally I'm going to be leaving it this way because I think it looks better to my eye anyway. So then you're going to be left with some colored pieces in here that are poking through. So you can see here the blue, red, and the yellow tiles. So I'll just show you those and then what you have to swap them out for. And so you can see here, these are the pieces that you'll be removing, and these are the colors that you will swap them with in order to get this result here, which I think looks very clean and very nice. So you just have the gray on the inside and then the strip of black on the very inside of that. And I think that works just perfectly. And it's really easy to do, and if you are nervous about taking apart the car and accessing those pieces there, I'll show you. It's actually relatively simple to do. So all you have to do is you just disconnect this ball joint here from the pin, so you can actually just pull that pin right out. And then you know, that A-pillar is now loose. And then this back section here, you can just pull the whole door this way and it should come away cleanly from the frame. So now you can just access really easily, pop off a couple of pieces and you can access those, these two parts right here. Let me just do that for you right now. Just use a handy dandy brick separator here and just snap off those parts. And then this piece here as well. So this one gets the gray and this one gets the black. And then I can pop that back and then turn the door around and just peel off these tiles here at the front. And I can just replace that with the gray piece. So really, really easy. And you don't have to like take apart a ton of stuff to do it. And there you go. So place this back where I found it. And then this one and then that one. So then you just reattach the door here to the frame, like so. And then you place the Technic pin back into this plate right here. Can be a little bit stiff, but because they're really, the tolerance for the connection is really, really tight and it's very satisfying. So yeah, so that's that. So now you have your extra pieces. You can do with those what you will. But there you go. I think, yeah, to me, that is the proper look for the Delorean Time Machine that I personally want to see. So there's that. And then the final thing that I wanted to show you guys was just my simple solution for keeping the gullwing doors open. I'm not adding any parts or any mechanisms or anything in here. I just figured go for the simplest way, and basically what that is just to remove this innermost gray inverted tile and move it over a stud and then replace it, and then that just keeps the door in place when the car is in that position. So obviously not the greatest look, but certainly I think the simplest way to do it. And of course you can just do it with both sides if you want to. And I think with the other side open as well, I think it sort of somewhat distracts from the awkwardness of having an extra plate sticking out there with the, you know, you kind of buy it a little bit more, I think, and I think it looks just fine. So obviously that's a very janky DIY solution to a little kind of design flaw there, but I think it works well enough. You know, for me, I'm not too concerned about it. I actually like the look of the car with the doors down, so it's not something that I feel like I need to put a ton of effort into engineering some complicated solution and making you guys, you know, get a bunch of parts to do that. I think this works perfectly adequately. So yeah, so those are all my thoughts on the DeLorean. Again, I still absolutely love the set, and you know, that's why I wanted to take the time to make these modifications, because for those of you guys who have it, you may as well get the absolute most out of the car that you can. So let me know what you guys think. Are you going to be making any changes yourself? Have you made any changes? Do you think that what I did looks better? Is it worse? I don't know. You let me know. And yeah, I'm going to get to work on the next video for you guys, because lots more stuff is on the way. Do check out the full review of the DeLorean if you're interested in the set, but you're not sure if you want to get it or not. I do cover all of the different areas of the car kind of in depth and give you my thoughts on it. So that would be really cool. And leave me a comment here and let me know what you thought of this video. And until next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.